the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herring. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Montgomery. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Montgomery going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. From the gun, Montgomery. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Off play action, Montgomery. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. A give to Smith out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 7-7, our score after 1. To throw on 2nd down, Montgomery eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Montgomery. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Herring. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Montgomery. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd down, Montgomery. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Rig alert, rig alert. 79 Broncos. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 7, Mike 7. Rip right, rip right. 7's a Mike. I'm coming. Ready.
Back to throw. Herring. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing on 1st down. Herring to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, set. 60 bison, 60 bison. Nickel.
They'll give this to Akers running right, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cam Akers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson powers through. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Ready, ready. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw. Montgomery. And the reception made by Green. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. He'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Montgomery escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Back to throw. Montgomery. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. On 2nd down, it's Smith, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On the right side, caught by Green. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. From the gun, Montgomery. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Make it happen.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That's out to the flat for Akers. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Looking to throw. Herring. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cannon. And they get him. takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll make this a second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herring. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Now a handoff, Johnson, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
To throw on second down, Montgomery. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. In your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On first down, Herring. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watch time. Seven Pirates. Go.
To throw on third down. Herring. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 1st and 10, Montgomery. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Montgomery. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 92 yards. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry for Smith. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 4.
They'll run it again with Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Montgomery incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Montgomery.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the